Boom, guys, listen, we're back. And I just got home from the sauna, right? And we were sparring earlier, a friend of mine, and we were sparring, right? And it was good, really good session. And it's, difficult finding sparring partners that are at the same level here in Thailand, to be honest, around where we are, at least. And so we're sparring, right? And my friend, he has had a previous injury. And so we're getting good rounds in, blah, blah, blah. We're clinching. And then this injury comes back again, right? For my friend. And, he's kind of, he walks out of the ring and, it's like we're finished, right, with the session. And, because injuries happen and stuff. And, he goes over there, tries to mend with the injury a bit, cool it down a bit. And then, afterwards, right, you can see he's a bit down. You can see him, he's a bit, affected by the fact that the injury came back. Because, we're trying to stay healthy, we're trying to avoid injuries, right? We have fights coming up. And then, I said to him, listen, man, are you upset about this injury? Like, trying to talk to him, And then, as we were headed out, because we were headed to the sauna place, right? Before we were just training, he was telling me, like, yeah, we're going to the sauna place. We're planning to go there, right? But after the injury, he was like, no, man, I'm just going to go home. And then, I asked him, listen, man, I gave him some advice, right? And I asked him, anytime I give people advice, I ask them, hey, man, would you like my advice? And they can feel free to say no. They can feel free to say yes. And so I said to him, listen, the only focus right now is to fix your feet. That's the only focus. The only focus you have right now is to fix your feet. And we're about to set off. And then he says to me, but I don't have 2 weeks. Because that's what I said. I said, listen, do this for 2 weeks and it'll be good. But I don't have 2 weeks, he said. I'm not calling out my friend, right? Because, I called him out. So that really stuck with him, right? But he said like 2 weeks. So we're going to the sauna place, right? And then, he's about to head home. So we're about to say, he's heading home. I'm heading to the sauna place, right? And then, I asked him, yeah, you sure you don't want to join? He's like, yeah. A bit down still. And, during our ride there, I was like, listen, I was already planning on telling him this because that didn't sit right with me. Him saying, but I don't have 2 weeks. I'm going to explain why. So I tell this guy, right, straight up to his face, listen, man, you want my advice? I ask him again, you're not going to like what I have to say. And he's like, yeah, sure. And I tell him, listen, man, you're being a pussy right now. I say it straight to his face, right? And I'm saying, you have an opportunity right now. You're standing on the edge of a decision. You can either go home and you can be sad about what happened. Or it doesn't really matter, right? I said this to him. It doesn't really matter if you want to come here or if you want to go home. But you're standing on a decision right now of either burying yourself even more in your mind about what about this, what about that, will it happen, will this happen, blah, 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 blah. Or you have a decision to make. Do I want to think that way or do I want to think, hey, this happened, now we're going to change the game plan. Now we got to refocus. We got to focus on getting healthy. We got to focus on making the right moves in order to make this right, make this good again. You have an opportunity to do that right now. And I tell him, listen, man, I'm your biggest fan. There's no one who believes in you more than me. So when you come here and tell me that, hey, I don't have 2 weeks, that's an insult. You have more time. You have more time to fight than me. I'm fighting before you. You're coming here and you're telling me you don't have any more time? And I say to him, listen, if that's the mentality, you might as well just cancel the fight. The thing is that, and I say this to him, I want to say this to you guys too. And I don't mean to call out my friend here because, it's already done, right? When we are preparing for something, whether that is the military, whether that is a run or a fight, the mentality is always, if I had to do this tomorrow, it would go phenomenally well. No matter the injuries, no matter the setbacks, if I had to do this, for example, for the fight, right? If I had to do this fight tomorrow, I would go in there with a broken leg and I would beat the shit out of anyone that's on the other side of the ring. That's the mentality. There's not any part of the mentality that is, oh, but I don't have 2 weeks. Oh, but I don't have this. Oh, but I don't have that. It's tomorrow. It might happen and I will be so ready. It will happen. And most people will never understand this when I say this, even to their face, because I'm straight up like this. When you're telling me you want to do this and you are by my side, I will tell you this because I care. I'm the one who cares the most out of anyone on the planet. We don't talk that way. Our mentality is we can do this on any day's notice. Amputate my arm, I don't care. We're going in there and we're winning. That's what's going to happen. There's no other option in the world. This is the illusion. This is how it works. And what's interesting, right? Because I said this to him, and we shake hands on it. That is good, really, really good, right? When it comes to this, right? You easily figure out who's on your side or not. Because I'll tell you what, people who disagree with you on this, when I say that I will go in there with my leg broken, with one leg, with a fucking wooden leg, who gives a shit? And I say I will win, and people start questioning that, these people do not believe in you. They do not believe in you. And this is all about having all yes men around you who tell you, yeah, it's going to be fine, yeah, it's going to be fine. This is about the winning mentality, the champion mentality. Whatever it might be, whether it's an operation in the field, in the military, whether it's a fight, whether it's a run, I don't care. This is the mentality. We do not go around and think about ifs and buts and candies and nuts in this house, okay? This is not how it works. The champion mindset is that we can do this, whatever it takes, whatever the setback, whatever that, what might come at us. In between us and the victory, that will get taken out. No problem. We ice it up and we head into the ring. And yes, it is delusional. It is. And I hate saying this out loud, but I probably wouldn't go in there with a broken leg. But that's the mentality, right? That's the mentality. And so I will only say that once. I will never repeat that again. Because I speak this stuff out loud. I speak this to my friends, and people who speak to me, they speak in the same way. And we know what's true or not. And it doesn't need to be said. But we don't speak the weakness out loud. That's not what we do. It's not about sounding too tough for anything, but you have to be delusional. You think you can walk around and just think lightly about this stuff? It's a constant thing. It's in everything we do. It's in everything we say. It's in everything we think of in here. When we decide to either face a setback and think, hey, it's going to be all right. I will fix this. I'm going to lay out the game plan. I'm going to think about this. I'm going to think about this. And I'm going to fix this. I'm going to change this up. And we're good to go. Once the time comes to perform, we're good to go. Or we can go and be like, what now? Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that shit. And anyone who's around me who says that stuff, nah, you're out. And that's not words. That's not just words. It's like you're out. It's like if my friend doesn't listen to me, but he listens, right? Because we respect each other. But if I were to say this to someone else who weren't as close and they didn't listen, it's either I just slap them up or it's bye-bye forever. That's how it is. You don't allow this stuff. It's bye-bye, and then they can come back once they realize the truth. Because this is how winners think. And you know what's so sad about this? It's going to take you some setbacks to make me realize this. I'm telling you right now, there is no other option. You're going out there and you're thinking maybe this, maybe that. There is no maybe. There is only one way. There's only one way that something will go. And that is you winning. And every single time something comes up, you envision yourself winning. You envision, for example, in a fight, your opponent getting sliced up by your elbow. You envision yourself crossing the finish line. You envision yourself being the absolute best. And you don't envision anything else. That's the only thing on your mind. That's the only thing you speak of. No maybes, no perhaps. It's only winning. And anyone who disagrees with your delusion, they can go fuck themselves. They can leave, all right? You get them the hell out of there right now. Because it is precious. What's going on in here, it doesn't need anything. And every time I talk about this, people question this. But I live in an echo chamber of success. I do not want to hear your weak shit. I do not want to hear about the failures, about this, about that, what could go wrong. I don't want to hear about it. Because there's only one option in my mind, and that is winning. And it should be in yours too. Because I can promise you, there's not going to be, situations that come up in life that's going to support the vision of you winning. Most of the times, the situation in life, setbacks that's going to come up in your life, they're going to support the other direction. They're going to support the vision of you losing, or perhaps not getting to the goal you want. And that's why we do this. Because we're battling everything that comes into our life. All the daily stresses, all the daily setbacks. We combat this in our mind as athletes, as professionals. With a delusion. With an absolute delusion. But it's not just delusion, it's confidence. It's delusion to the point where it's real. When I see it in my mind, I see it. It's real to me. And every single time I close my eyes, it's real to me. And this is the way, when you repeat this over and over again, when you leave no other option, when you leave no doubt in there, then this becomes the reality. You got to put all these other options that you might have, all these other things that you might be thinking of, you got to get them the hell out of there right away. Because they don't serve you. They don't serve you any purpose. You already know the truth. You already know. Yes, things could go wrong, but you don't care. Even just me saying this out loud right now, it doesn't feel right. The only thing that feels right to me, and the only thing that should feel right to you, is fuck yeah, I'm winning. Fuck yeah, we're gonna do this. And when we're gonna do this, it's gonna go like this. And I've seen it in my mind, and now I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna make it happen. I don't care what's coming in between that. I don't care who on the opposite side of that ring. It's going down like this. My fist in the face, boom, done. That's the way. And a lot of people are afraid to say this stuff. They're afraid to say this out loud because they're wondering what might happen, what will people think, right? What will people think? Huh? Maybe there's a big setback. Huh? Maybe this is a big setback, and then people start talking, right? You were so confident. Fuck them. All right? These people don't support you. You don't listen to them. You don't have them in your life. They're not in your circle. Get them the hell out of there. The only people in your circle are people willing to talk to you like this and that support the vision, that support the delusion, that serve you. Because nothing else will. Like I said, all these things will come up in your life. And nothing will serve you in the direction of your goal. There's only stress. So what you have in here, it matters. Big time. Do not be fooled. It's not easy. You think it's easy walking around like this all the time? Thinking that, oh, yeah, everything's going to be perfect. There's always things coming in. There's always things trying to penetrate the vision. Right? To penetrate the mind and, destroy the vision. You have to be steadfast. You have to be strong. And you have to be ruthless. Let me tell you, you have to be ruthless about keeping this shit in line. That's why I talk to the people. When people come to me and they're around me, this is the way I talk. If shit like this happens. And it's a small detail, right? It's a small detail, but it's a detail spoken out loud. And we need to fix that because we're a team. That's what we are. And the team, it acts like this. These are the rules. Because of my experience, because of what I do, I make the rules. Because I know what works and what not works. I make the rules. For this, I make the rules. Because I know how precious this is. I know how precious everything you might say out loud that comes from this. I know what that does to you. And I know what it does to every person around you that might be inside your circle. Be careful. Or don't be careful, just be ruthless. Just be fucking ruthless. You break your arm, fuck it, right? We ball. Fucking we ball, right? All right? This is the mindset. There is no other option. That's it. Take care, and God bless. Boom. I want to say this too. There is a link in the description. I want to make this a separate part of the video. I want to kind of get that part out of the way. It comes from a genuine place in my heart, the way I think about this stuff. I have a link in my bio. If you guys want to train with me, if you guys want to be around me, you can go check out that link. You can read what it's all about, and you can be on the winning team. This is the reality of it. This is how winners are made. If there's someone you want in your corner, it's me. So you can go check that out, especially for a business owner looking to become ruthless, become an absolute savage. You can book in a call, and we can see if this is something for you. All right? So with that, again, take care. God bless. Boom.